Welcome back to another Habs Daily News with the hockey coach, Frenchy. Today we talk about the Montreal Canadiens news and the NHL news. Let's start with the NHL news. Andrei Vasilevsky, the goaltender of the Tampa Bay Lightning, is expected to miss approximately the first 2 months of the season, 2023-2024. We know Tampa Bay have now only one goaltender, Jonas Johansson. Would be really interesting what the general manager, Julien Brisebois, is going to do. Can he get a goaltender from the trade or from UFA? We know Alak is still available, one of the goaltender. By the trade, yeah, possible some team with 3 goaltender could make a trade with the Tampa Bay Lightning. And finally, he could claim a players by the waiver list. Talking about the waiver list, the NHL start yesterday for the first day of the season. The waiver, couple of teams put some players on the waiver. Surprisingly, the Vancouver Canucks put the goaltender Martin. Possible now, the Tampa Bay could claim Martin for the Vancouver Canucks. And the biggest surprise, it came from the Pittsburgh Penguins. They put on the waiver the ex-Montreal Canadiens Rem Pitlick and Ty Smith. We know Ty Smith was a big trade between the Pittsburgh and the New Jersey. John Marino versus Ty Smith. And this is what we got right now for the NHL news. And by the way, don't forget the waiver list. Montreal Canadiens select number 5. But why number 5? But what happening for the first month, upcoming season in October, they take the standing from last year to make the ranking of who select first, second, third, and fourth. And Montreal, we know they finished 5th at the bottom of NHL last season. Start in November, they're going to look after that, the standing of the upcoming season, and we'll see what Montreal is going to be at that moment. Now, for the Montreal Canadiens, the big news happening yesterday, we know Montreal was returning on the ice after the game against the Ottawa Senators, but without Mike Madison, we know it was a scratch before the game against the Senators, and yesterday, he was not on the ice for the Montreal Canadiens. Martin Saint-Louis said it's only a light injury. Remember last year, guys, it was a light injury too, and he missed a couple of weeks at the beginning of the season with the Montreal Canadiens. It's something we're going to really follow up Mike Madison situation. I want to talk about, guys, another kind of news, but about the blue collar. What are you talking about? But the blue collar, guys, I want to talk about friend players like Michael Peseta, Brandon Gignac, and Jared Davidson. They are the players, they show up all the time. It's the players where they are not afraid to give everything every single day. They show up at the practice, they show up at the game. Those kind of players play at the bottom 6, usually at the 4 line. And the coach in NHL love to get those kind of players. But today I want to talk about more Jared Davidson. Davidson, for me, is the biggest surprise since the beginning of the rookie camp. It reminds me a lot what happened with Owen Beck last year. This year, I think Jared Davidson produced since day one. Davidson, by the way, scored a hat trick last week. And remember, last Sunday, during the scrimmage between the red team and the white team, Davidson scored a really great goal against Jake Allen. And finally, again, the Ottawa Senators, Davidson produced an assist of the goal from Brandon Gignac. And that's what Martin said. With all his kind of metaphor, he said, we love players go on the base. But Martin said, we want players find a way to go on the base every time they are on the plate. By this, they want players every shift produce something, make a difference during the game. It could be a back checking, a forward checking, a hit. He loved the player drive to the net. Is another great example there. He loved Jared Davidson because every time he's on the ice, he go on the base. And finally, about Davidson, guy, he was an undrafted player. One, he showed up at 16 years old with the Seattle Thunderbird. He made the team, played 5 years in the WHL, and now, draft on the Montreal Canadiens, we expect him to start the season with the Laval Rocket. Possible at some point, Montreal could call him up for the upcoming season. Again, for me, he is the biggest surprise since the beginning of the training camp. I'm talking about Jared Davidson. And finally, I want to finish with my last news of the day. It's again about the coach Martin Saint-Louis. Another metaphor said about the pack mentality. He expressed this after the game Wednesday night. He said the same thing during the press conference yesterday. I want you guys listen in French, and I'm going to translate after that what he talked about the pack mentality.
T'amènes de la robustesse, faut t'amènes du jam. Pas juste physiquement, mentalement, qu'on joue avec un pack mentality. Puis si quelqu'un qui niaise avec un de nos gars, on est tous là-dedans.
But what he said, Martin Saint-Louis, his pack mentality is not only about toughness, it's about mindset. It's to respond to anything could happen on the ice all together as a pack. And he said, look what happening to Jared Davidson, Gignac, jump on the opponent players. What happening to Cooley, Savard, jump on McEwen. And that's what he's talking about is a pack hold together. And he said, we don't have no problem. Anything what could happen again, our players, we're going to respond because that's what I want to build a pack of mentality where we're going to be all together. It's not only about the toughness, but it's about to be sure they are willing with his pack the mentality to respond to anything could happen during the game for the upcoming season. This is what he explained about his pack mentality, the head coach Martin Saint-Louis. And that's it. That's all, guys. I would like to hear from you guys. Leave me a comment possible about the injury Vasilevsky. What about Mike Madison injury too? And the blue collar, who is your biggest surprise since the beginning of the main camp? Finally, I like Martin Saint-Louis, his press conference. He's always energetic, enthusiastic, and always express different metaphor, talk about hockey. And this concludes, guys, all the news we get today. And of course, thanks for watching another video of the Daily News with the hockey coach, Coach Frenchy. But before we leave, we invite you, please don't forget to click on the like, subscribe to the Hockey Nation Live Show, and leave us a comment about this episode. And of course, you have greatness inside of you. And we wish you an amazing, great, blessing day, everybody.